Since Calm Down dropped, I believe Rema has made sure Calm Down is not the only song you associate with him. And he has tried over time to make sure his sound is not even something like Calm Down. Obviously, I look at some of the shows, it feels like he doesn't want to perform Calm Down. You look at the wedding that he went to, the Indian billionaire wedding, it looked like he wasn't trying to even perform Calm Down. You look at there was an award that was created in around Africa, I can't remember. He went on stage to pick up an award, and the fans were chanting for him to sing Calm Down, and he just did like 3 seconds of it. So I've seen it over time that he doesn't want to dwell on that, because sometimes music, the song gets so big, it consumes you and people want another version from you. Shout out to CK. However, you look at his last EP, which was Ravage EP, you could see he was trying something different, something new. And even though the EP didn't like become a massive hit, I mean, it still did in the quiet numbers, right? And it is still a very good body of work to listen to. But I've seen it over time. He's trying to stay clear of Calm Down madness and the success that was with it. He doesn't want to be stuck with that. And what has that done? It has brought us to this new album called Heis, right? I think that's the name. Heis is a Greek word meaning one, which is funny. Another conversation for another day. I mean, so I looked into the album, and this is my first listen review. And so, here are my thoughts. Here is what I think, right? Rema has been trying to like venture into new sound and experiment. However, I don't think doing something, I don't think trying to create a new sound automatically equals to greatness. You can experiment and it doesn't come out well. You can experiment and it does very well. So this is not to say he experimented well and we have to like say yes, it's 10 over 10. But I don't think with this album, I don't think he's doing something I have not heard before personally. But I just think he amplified some element of all sorts of varieties that has happened in the Nigerian music industry. I mean, when I was listening to the album, let's just jump into it. From track 1 to 6, I find a lot of the songs there unskippable. I enjoy them. I like the song. I like those songs. But there are some songs that it takes me back to Lokesh Shoki's era. That was like 2014, 2015 or so. So if you listen to that era of music, and I'm not saying Shoki versus Rema, no, I'm saying during that era there was that kind of production. And shout out to P Prime also. And if Rema wins a Grammy, for the sake of this conversation, if he wins a Grammy, P Prime has played a very major role in it, because the work he did on his album is incredible. The amount of songs he produced and what he has done is incredible. But then going back to what I'm saying, look at Lukesh Shoki era. You can feel it while you're listening to I'm not talking about the delivery for the most part. I'm just saying production based. You look at songs like Been Long You Saw Me. Just pause this album, listen to Shoki, listen to Go Low by Wandeko, listen to Been Long You Saw Me. You will feel it. Also, Wizkid will listen to this project and a young Wizkid will be proud of it, because there are some songs where I was listening and it felt like I've had this kind of delivery before. Let's say songs like Villain and Egungun. At the start of Egungun, it felt like I was listening to a very young Wizkid that was trying to break into the industry. That is what I feel, right? And let's just jump into the songs that I like. I like from track 1 to 6. I like Azaman a lot. I think Azaman has that northern element of it. Look at the production and everything. Also, this is not to compare or anything. I'm not making any claim, but please listen to Azaman and go, if it is Spotify or YouTube, search Vector the Viper, Kanawandabo. Play those 2 songs. It's just, Kanawandabo is like 7, 8 to 10 years ago by Vector. But that's just how I feel, how I was consuming the songs. So I felt like these songs yes, it's taking me back, but also there's something fresh from the album. I like Yayo. Yayo is the most amapianoable song that they make sure they didn't try to make amapiano out of it. I love the song. I'm a big fan of the song. I love War Machine. War Machine, at the start of War Machine, it started like I'm listening to K Switch. Then it sounded like the Prince. It gives me the Mohit era, the vibe of Mohit, even the production. I like the song, and also then you speak about Odumodu. Odumodu came. I mean, people have their opinions about Odumodu verses and everything, but I'm a big fan of when Odumodu sings. Towards the end of the song, Odumodu was singing on his verse, and I'm like, yes, can you just keep doing this? Can you just keep singing? I'm a fan of him when he sings. The rap, not too much, but what works for him, right? So I like the album. I think um, he has experimented on it. Also, let's talk about the mixed reviews and reception. Also, this there's no doubt that this album is polarizing. It creates conversations about people who enjoyed it and people who did not enjoy it. Personally, I like it, and I feel those who don't like it also they have. Um, I've seen some reviews and I said okay, this is fair because we can't just say because you're experimenting we have to say oh, okay, this is great because you're experimenting. If it is bad, let them say it's bad because you experimented. But for me, I enjoyed this album because there's something about it that reminds me of, let's say, 2014 to like 2017 or 18 Afro beats. I mean, before it was called Afro beat, probably called Ninja pop or whatever we were calling it at the time, or Afro pop. We were calling it so many names, and that was why we got Afro beat and a conversion for another day again. So again, I don't know how this album is going to age with time. But then again, if he's going to try and create a new sound, he might get a few sticks for it, and he should be able to like understand where people are coming from. And people are saying Amapiano is getting boring, and then Rema comes with a new sound. People are saying, why is he shouting? Why is he? I mean, he's been trying to curate Afro rave and everything like that. Maybe this is heading towards the right direction. And if this project does not meet up to the expectation, then he moves on to the next one. But personally, I'm rating this album 9 over 10. And the reason why I'm rating 9 over 10 is because he's experimenting on different sounds that he can use. And also, this is a this we are at the point where a lot of people don't want to associate with Afrobeat now. There are a lot of big names who are saying I'm doing Afro Kalakuta or Afro Swagbe, whatever. But then it will be interesting to see how he's going to age, and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to how he's going to do in the next 10 months. So yeah, that's what I think.